Okay, it's the day before Cpac, and we have a return engagement. A gentleman I interviewed last year is here early again. Your first name again for the readers who did not catch it.
Ron.
And Ron, where are you from again?
I'm from Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania.
Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania. I drove this year. Normally I fly down, but I had my sons with me today, so I drove this year. And my sons being 20-year-olds, they're still in the room as far as I know. But that's the boys for you. So you came back to Cpac this year. What made you decide to come back again?
Because I love to learn about politics.
So just seeing what's in here, seeing what's around. Now
I would go to a liberal group too.
So you just, well, that's open-minded, and it's actually smart, because if you're going to learn, you got to hear both sides.
Right.
So now I'm going to ask you the same question, because we've talked before. I'm going to get straight into the questions that I'm asking people this year. Okay, Trump year one. Do you give him a thumbs up or a thumbs down, or even a yeah? Where do you go? You're half and half on.
I'm half and half. I think that he's 1/4 of the way finished. You know, he's only has 1 year, so he has 3 more years if he makes it through to do a lot of other things.
All right. What is the thing that you liked the most that he did in year one?
I think the budget cuts. We've already received more money in our paychecks.
So the tax cuts made a big difference for you?
Right, both for my wife and I.
Well, I mean, people like more money in their pockets. I certainly can use it myself.
I certainly don't think it's crumb. I mean, to get a couple more $100 a month.
I certainly don't. That is going to be the quote of the day. I certainly don't think it's crumbs, a couple of $100 a day. Now, what is the thing that has disappointed you the most about Donald Trump in year one?
I think that the biggest thing is the party disappoints me, where they're not cooperating together. I think he's...
Now, do you mean both parties or just the Republicans?
All the parties. Right. Mostly the Republicans are disappointing in a lot of ways, because they're not really stepping up and doing what they pledged to do during the campaigns.
All right. Now, 2018, the Republicans are trying to retain the House. They're trying to expand in the Senate. Their odds, 25 Democrats running, so they have better odds in the Senate. If they need to hold 24 or 25 seats in the House to keep it. What are your odds? Do you think the Republicans keep the House and the Senate? Do they lose one or the other, or what do you think? I
think it all depends on what happens between now and an election. There's so many things that could happen.
So you're not comfortable in giving odds at this point?
I don't think the odds are, I think it's 50-50 right now. I think that there's a good chance the Republicans, because of the tax cuts, will stay, because that's a big game changer. But if something else happens that's a bigger game changer, then they may not hold on.
Well, 10 months is a life. Actually, this is February, so it'd be like 7 or 8, no, 9 months to election. So 9 months is an eternity in politics. Last question. As you know, the president's been negotiating on DACA and a wall. Now, would you support a deal that provides a wall and legalization for the DACA people?
Oh, sure.
So, now, do you care whether it's 800,000 or 2 million, or
it may be more than 2 million.
So it might, but you'll support a deal if one's made, or?
I think they're here, and how are you going to take 2 million people and put them in another country if they're already here?
So you don't mind. So as long as you get now, do you support a deal even without a wall?
No, I think the wall should be one of the parts of the deal. Before they do anything, they should agree to build the wall.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Good to see you again, and thank you for remembering me, because it's always nice to be remembered.
Thank you for doing this. This is a good service.
Well, this is how
we all need to learn more about politics to be good patriots and good citizens.
Well, thank you for saying it, and I couldn't do it without my readers, because all of my pay comes from people like you. Send me a 20, send me a 10, give me 5 or 10 bucks a month. Okay. I even have one guy who gives me $1 a month, and literally that's how I get paid. Well, thank you so much.
Keep up the good work.
All right, thank you.